call for reaction. You got it plainly in the opening, but how disappointed were you then with the manner of defeat, especially as the game went on from that third goal?
Same as last week. We asked for a reaction. You're right, we got that. I thought the first 10-15 minutes, but it's when we get disappointments, when we get hit, can we recover? We're not doing that at the present moment. We have to find the solution to that, because we started bright, got the goal, a couple of errors, we're 3-1 down. The fourth was a killer. Never really coped with Wycombe and their intensity, and yeah, it's back in tomorrow morning, working out for Liverpool next week.
Would you have played a back five had Haidara been fit? You could have used him as a left wing back.
Absolutely, we worked on that on Wednesday, and unfortunately, last kick of the session he came out, so we kind of didn't have the right balance. We had to go to that obviously in the second half, but the game was gone, especially after the fourth. So that was an option, but that's, look, I talked before the game, and for weeks, and to everybody, it's not about systems, it's not about tactics, it's about attitude, it's about fight, it's about staying in the game, it's about it's about working, it's about running backwards as quick as you run forwards. And the reaction was good, we had that, but once the third goal went in, that went down.
Have you got enough players in there who are dealing well enough with adversity when things go against them?
Sometimes you have to go through adversity, and you know, there's no one better than us as a staff. Myself, we've got the experience of that and coming through it, what it takes, and we have to instill that into the players who we've got. That's all we can do. Yes, they're not coping with it very well, either game to game or within the 95 minutes that you play. We have good spells and we have bad spells, and then we're not, and then we can't recover. And you know, character is built and fight is built in adversity. We're going through it, and we need to fight it.
You're in a relegation fight still.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about that. We knew it was going to be tough. We said, you know, after 10, 12 games, we know where we'll be. We're in a relegation fight. 13 games gone, 25 to go. If we're at this stage of the season and there's 13 to go, then I will be starting to get worried. But there's enough time, and I think there's enough in that dressing room. We have to bring it out. Message to the fans is, you know, it's so disappointing. We're so disappointed for them as much as anybody travelling this far and seeing not a Newcastle team play for the 95 minutes and fight.
You'll have your own ideas as to which of those players are good enough to go through the fight, and which of them you might have to move on to get other players in. Are you working towards that?
I mean, that's obviously, you know, we're work in the short term and plan week to week. So this is the group we've got, and this is what we've got to work with. But obviously, we're thinking ahead. But that's not on the agenda at the present moment. It's about next week. It's about Liverpool. It's about tomorrow morning. It's about getting a group of players together that can live with adversity game to game and through 95 minutes.
Fans came a long way. They were singing at the end to some of those players, "You're not fit to wear the shirt." They're hurting, aren't they?
Believe you me, we're all hurting. Believe you me, no one more than me. You know, lots of experience and lots of good times and lots of bad times. This is a bad time, but you only get through it by showing your mettle and showing your determination, getting back to work and pulling it right.